Arrested last fall for holding hands, has long had a reputation as a devoutly straight-laced kind of place, but now there's a burgeoning Cincinnati music scene too, and Afghan wigs are just a part of it, as Allison Stewart recently discovered.
I think despite the conservative tendencies of Cincinnati that have risen to a national scale, that there are a lot of creative energies in Cincinnati that are really productive, and I think soon a lot of people are going to realize that.
Welcome to Cincinnati, Ohio, where the music community is close-knit and lives by the American work ethic. Be your own band, put out your own single, open up your own recording studio. It worked for Afghan wigs, who have raised the stakes since exploding nationally, causing the rest of the country to take a look at Cincinnati and the way it makes music.
It's a pretty good day to be in Ohio today.
We put out our own record, and you have to do, you can't wait around for that, that guy to come along and say, come on, baby, I'm taking you to New York to make you a star. That doesn't happen. This is the middle of nowhere.
We wanted to put out a single for our band, Schwa.
Monocat 7 is a local label formed by local musicians so that Cincy bands have the opportunity to be heard outside the city limits.
We had a lot of other bands in town that we really liked and really thought that they were, we really believed in them, really thought they were capable of doing something, and we wanted to get their material out to the rest of the world, and not just Cincinnati.
Afghan Wigs bassist John Curley adds to the mix, literally, with his recording studio Ultra Suede, where he produces tracks, sometimes for friends, which is not always easy.
It really depends on how the session's going. It doesn't really matter if they're your friends or not, if it's taken like 25 takes to get a song right.
Tell me about your band.
My band is called the Ass Ponies. We're from Cincinnati, which is, I heard it was like the hotbed of new music. If you were in New York, you could do a lot of other stuff. If you were in Seattle, you could do a lot of other stuff. If you were in Athens, Georgia, you probably used to be able to do a lot of stuff. But there's nothing else to do here. Nothing.
At some point or another, most bands play the Cincinnati landmark laundry/bar/club, Sudsy Malone's.
You can do your laundry up until about 10 o'clock, but after that, people come here and smoke. But if you get here before then, you can do laundry, hang out, catch a tune around 10, grab some beers. It's a good time, A lot of the musicians hang out here.
It's easy to learn here, a lot easier. It's not so hard. But you can apply it when you go out of town.
It's a lot cheaper to live here than it would be to live in a big city. You have more time to practice because you don't have to work as much.
As the corporate music culture descends on the homespun Cincinnati scene, how do the locals feel about all the recent attention?
Are we nervous that MCA and Sony and MTV comes to town? Alias came to town, now watch this.
Now we got cash.
Cincinnati's got a weird phenomenon where we've got everything you need to have a great music scene except people to support it. So the bands have to work harder.
Cincinnati, the scene. That about does it for this edition of the Week in Rock.
We'll be back next week with the king of carnality, R. Kelly.
Pennsylvania Band live.
And some community service with Andrew Shue and Demi Moore.
We'll see you then.
When Afghan Wigs were invited by fellow Buckeyes, the Breeders, to come on back to Ohio and play at Hara Arena, the Wigs jumped at the chance to play at a venue where they were weaned on rock and roll.
They usually only have heavy metal concerts there. I did see the Allman Brothers there once, though.
Saw Iron Maiden there.
I saw Twisted Sister there once on acid, actually. And
That'll
it was
work.
freaky, man.
All messed up, but nowhere to go.
The one thing Afghan Wigs have in common with their metal predecessors is a fondness for volume, which actually got them tossed from their first gig back in 1987 and continues today.
I don't really think we've gotten any louder. I think we've always been the same level of loudness, but
Everyone else has gotten deaf.
everyone else has gotten old.
As well as volume, Wig shows usually feature a cover song or two or three pulled from frontman Dooley's catalog of soul favorites.
He'll, like, you know, just start singing another song for, you know, no good reason a lot of the time. But that's cool. It's like, I think that we would all get really bored if we played everything the same all the time.
So you just pick up on it when he does that?
Yeah, hopefully, you know.
As long as you make it, you know, musically intense, you can say whatever you want. And that's like the kind of subversive quality that I like. So I can say some pretty twisted things if I want to.
Dooley's twisted and candid lyrics about love and libido can be interpreted as either insight into male lust or a celebration of machismo attitudes about sex.
I'll take whatever you got.
I think that women probably get it more than men do, actually. It's not a condescending view of women. It's more a realistic view of like where guys are coming from. So, you know, I think they feel like maybe they're getting let into a little bit of a secret, although I would never sell out the gender completely.
But now I got time for you. For you and me too well.
Now that the Afghan Wigs have found success commanding the stage of the quintessential metal hall of southern central Ohio, will success change these nice Midwestern fellas?
I'm kind of expecting to get a massage before we go on every time, kind of like Lars Ulrich.
I like playing in smaller places, really. That's when it's the most fun, when people are like a foot away from you.
Well, good thing you like it, because that's where we play.
It was a pretty good day to be in Ohio today.